Hello and welcome, y'all. Today we are checking out the game Dawn of Defiance. This game is a survival game in Steam, which I'll go ahead and read the description. It says you are the Defiler, subjected to a mythic plot across ruined isles. In this Greek myth-inspired survival craft, ascend from weak soldier to godlike anti-hero. Build impressive Greek structures, craft and upgrade your gear, and face down the trials of gods with up to 3 friends. So this game, I was given a key for it, but that is not going to change my views or affect my views in any way. I was intrigued by the Greek style of the game, so I was pretty excited to give this a go. As you can see, there's no character customization, nothing like that. You go in as a specific character. But the map, the world is beautiful actually from the start. Gotta run around and test and see what all I can do. Figure out what keys do what, and then we look at the map. So we're on this island here, but it looks like the bigger island over here is the rest of the map. Now, I don't know if it goes beyond that. I put about 7 hours into the game and only just got out of this beginner island area. Um,
This mortal
it's a
is
pretty
not
intense
defiant. I
start,
send you
but I
another
did have to do a lot of
means.
running. So that is where a lot of the time in this went for me was running. Running from one end to the other, running to get my loot after I died, just a lot of on foot running. But here we are. Question is, can we punch a tree to get wood? And use an axe. Now you can craft basic tools on your person from the beginning. So like you can craft your axe, you can craft your hammer. You can start with something. You're not stuck with absolutely nothing. And I do like how the trees are chopped down, how it breaks into pieces, and then you have to chop up the pieces. I actually don't mind that. I thought it was kind of good. And to get the resin, you have to break the base of the tree. But I do believe if you break the base, then the tree doesn't grow back. So you do have to keep that in mind. So we've got our first weapon, we've got our first shield, which we crafted all this on our person. Now there are a few little spots like this that I found around the island, so definitely make sure you explore, because there are some hidden chests for you. Sometimes they have resources, but a lot of times they give you recipes. So they're pretty handy. Here's the crafting menu. And then there's our inventory. So you have a decent amount of room to start, and nothing goes by the actual weight of the item, which is kind of nice. Just a matter of you filling up the slots. I actually like that. That helped a lot. But again, the scenery, the landscape, everything is just beautiful here. The water even looks nice. It is a very beautiful map. But this is just to show there's a lot of running, a lot of on foot running. Oh, look, we found a pig. Very angry pig. And there we collect a boar. Now, I was pretty confused when I picked up a whole corpse of a boar at the beginning, but later when we look at the actual butcher stand, you'll see. So there are some chests that you have to wait until nighttime for. Like this one, for example. There you go. So a lot of time in the game for me was also waiting for nighttime for things. Or daytime, depending on what I was needing to do. There we have a puppy. It's a very spicy puppy. Now these guys, they come out at night. And in the beginning, they did not tickle. Also, wasn't quite expecting them. So yeah, I did have a few deaths in the beginning, which means a long run back. Now, I do realize I probably could have crafted a bedroll and put it down somewhere, but I didn't really think about starting a base or doing anything like that till a little bit later because the bedrolls you have to craft with the hammer, the actual build hammer. So that wasn't the first thought I had. Just because I didn't see it on my person in the crafting, I just didn't think about it. There we go. Got our stuff back. We're getting revenge on these things. The lost and the abandoned. And it's all about really just learning their moves, learning when they fire, how long you have in between their shooting or their stabbing or whatever to be able to hit them without getting hit back. A lot of them have movesets you can kind of learn and get used to. Here's yet another spot that we ran out to find that there is in fact a chest. So it is worth going to all these random locations just to see if there's some kind of loot. I'm not going to show all of them in this video, but I can just recommend to explore quite a bit and you'll find some things. But it's also really cool to see some of what the devs have put into the game. I mean, this is really, really pretty. It's really beautiful to look at. So they did a really good job with this, I think, personally. And then back to running. So you will find these braziers around the map as well. So at night is when you can pick up ambrosia. I know during the fight I had earlier when I died, there was ambrosia around. It's those kind of glowy looking little flowers. Pick those. And you use that quite often, at least in the beginning island here. So I do recommend grabbing pretty much of that as you can. You're going to need a lot of it. But each of these braziers, you use them, and you use it for other things as well. Just to keep that in mind. One is lit. And they do get marked on the map as you find them too. So that is very helpful. Here you can see what each icon is, like what they mean. Alrighty. Now, this right here, this is kind of your ticket to the bigger island. So these three statues in front of you, there are 3 different locations on this little island that have those statues there, but they are missing their weapons. So you do have to go into your crafting. Once you have a base, once you have an actual crafting bench put down, you do have to craft their weapons and then actually go place them into the statues at these 3 different locations. You do have to fight your way to the statues as well. So as you can see, all the poking, all the poking. And these guys don't tickle either, especially if you're a noob and you don't have any armor, like I don't have any armor on right now. Nothing fancy, still using everything that was just crafted on my body because I haven't built a base yet. Still just exploring, figuring things out. So right here, each of the 3 have a chest. Then each of them have this offering post and then the actual statue itself. So now that we've gone, we've built a base, we come back with some armor, with better weapons. We have the weapons that go on the statue. We are ready for it. So the enemies do respawn. We do have to fight our way back through them again. But it's a little bit nicer this time since we have better gear. There we go. Of course, we're going to heal up a bit because that hurt. Alrighty, so now we can place the weapon on the statue. And then we can make our offering. So for each of these, you do gain a power as well. You do have to complete all three before you can open the doors to get the teleport going so that you can take the portal to the next one. Basically, the bigger one. There's your quest log. Alrighty. It's just going through the alerts, letting you know what you completed, what you've unlocked. And here we have the hovering. The levitating, hovering. This was my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing so far. It's a lot of fun. All right, we are on to the next. And then my sword breaks, which, that's great. So I had to resort to my actual tool, my axe. But hey, it worked. We got him. And we're gonna go finish. So we got our chest. We're gonna place the weapon on the statue over there. There we go. And now we can make our offering again. And then we're gonna fix our sword because that was bad. Need more ambrosia because we're running out. Alrighty. There we go. Offering is complete. There we go. So we gain another power. Nice. Alrighty. I'm not going to go into grave detail about everything because if this is a game that you've had on your radar and you want to play, or you have it and you haven't played it at all yet, I don't want to spoil anything too much. So I'm not going to go into all the details, but just giving kind of a brief overview of this beginning area, or how I spent my first 7 hours in the game, basically. So we got the door opened. There are a few chests around here. So obviously I'm going to go ahead and go for those first because I'm a loot goblin. And that's just what I do. But now we have to actually finish creating the portal. So it lists the resources you need, which obviously I need a lot more ambrosia because that is a big thing here. But I noticed at this point when I was hunting down ambrosia, I found a cave. Caves! You got to keep an eye out for. Of course, curious little squirrel me had to go look in the cave and see what was in here. All dark and creepy like. Now, I love the purple. So I'm gonna go towards the purple. That's a given. And I'm assuming if I had a pickaxe, I could harvest this, but I do not. So I have to leave that alone for now. But we are getting ready to go handle those abandoned and lost creatures. Here we go. Alrighty. This section, they are dead. We are good. Just gonna keep collecting the ambrosia in that room, and then we're gonna move on. Definitely going to repair our things. We're good. Got another room over here. Not, I do see a chest, so which is always a good thing. And there are more bad things. Alrighty. I think that was it. We can get our loot. And that was the first cave. There was another cave I found, but I'm not going to show it or go through it. 'Cause like I said, I don't want to spoil too much. So I will say there is another cave, just so you know to keep an eye out for that one too. And here we are running yet again. But look at this sunset or sunrise. I don't remember which one it was, but it is so beautiful. Like the landscape and everything. I know I've said it before, but it really is pretty. All right, we are back. We've got the stuff to create our portal. It said summon champion. I didn't know I was gonna start getting beat by a giant hammer. I was not prepared. So, yeah, he smashes my face in here. So, my little squirrel self is trying to heal with everything I can. And, yeah, this guy hurts. He hurts so bad. So, we, we do end up figuring out his moveset. It was just a moment of panic when you're not expecting a giant man with a flying and swinging out at you. So yeah, we go back, we get our stuff round two. Let's go. Now we can pay attention to his moves. We can figure out how many times we can hit him before he swings again. So basically it came down to after he swings, I can hit him twice. I can roll a couple times and hit him twice again. You could probably get a third hit in there if you're feeling brave, but for me, I like to play it safe. He does have one AoE move that he does. That. It is not detrimental like his hammer smashing your face in, but it does still hurt, so just be careful of that one. And I do believe it possibly gives him a buff, so just be careful. There we go. Finally, he is dead. We did it. So that means the portal is open. So we are now free to go on to the big map, which is exciting. And of course I touch it. Let's go. Here we are.
You have done
So
well to pass
he
the
has your
first
quest to start, but then he also is a merchant. You can buy different recipes from him. They are pretty expensive, so you may not be able to get them right off the bat, but it's something to work towards. There are different locations on the map you can go to. There is that one area up north that looks like it's blocked off for us at the moment. But the map is a decent size. It's not bad at all. So my first thoughts here were to build. So I did find a ledge. I decided to stay near the portal area and near the merchant just for now, just because I have a feeling I might end up needing that location. So here's just a quick little view of the building. I actually don't mind the building mechanic in this game. I do like that you can intersect things one into another. That actually was pretty cool. I was worried when I only saw block foundations, but when you can rotate them to make a triangle, it's not too bad. So we're just gonna make a box, nothing fancy, nothing amazing right now. I know later on you can get some really, really beautiful building pieces, but for right now, we don't have that. We just have the crude things. And I just have to get my benches down and get a bed down. So that is my number one priority. We got storage going. Now I did make a pickaxe finally, which I was excited for. So we're gonna get some copper. And this pickaxe, I could actually technically go back to that cave from the beginning area and harvest the purple ambrosia, I'm assuming. And here we're finally getting some better armor. We're getting into the leather instead of the hide. So we're looking a bit better there as well. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're going to delete the old item. We've got a few more benches now. Now, the merchant does sell the blueprint for a hammer. So rather than you having to use the primitive hammer you had before, you can use a simple one, which gives you more options with building. So I love that. But this was my first 7 hours in the game. Like I said, a lot of it was running around and trying to get to my stuff if I died, or just running from one end of the map to the other, collecting resources to get things unlocked. Overall, there is so much to this game, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I do recommend playing it if you love a good survival game. If you love the Greek lore and mythology, this is definitely something I recommend. It is multiplayer, so that's a big plus as well. I do look forward to getting in here and playing some more. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. There is a video on the top right to another game review. Please remember to like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next one.